Hey guys, Brix back with another LEGO Transformer review. This isn't just another LEGO Transformer review. This is my 100th YouTube video. So I definitely want to thank you guys for watching, coming along with me on this journey and watching all these crazy videos, subscribing, liking, and commenting, inspiring me to be better than I was in the last video. So today I wanted to do a little something special. Originally I wanted to debut my mini scale Devastator, but I haven't quite figured out the engineering for that, so I didn't want to post another video without doing something that would be worthy of the 100th video. So I decided to design a Transformer after the Lykan Hypercar from Fast and Furious 7. Here's a couple of pictures of what that looks like. So I wanted to, it basically started off as me wanting to upgrade my my Burnout design, because there's a lot of people doing reviews on the Wreck-Gar character that just came out from Transformers. And I said, hey, maybe I could recolor my Burnout to look like Wreck-Gar, and boom, another character. And then I went from that to trying to redesign another one of my original Transformers called Left Lane, and I redesigned Left Lane as the Lykan Hypercar, and just to match it up a little bit more, I found the Lykan recolored in Dubai as a police car, and this is what that looks like. I decided after I had built the car that I wanted him to have like a target master type of thing going on. So I was like, well, maybe I could get a motorcycle and turn it into like a weapon. So I started off with this thing. If you guys ever seen that, this is like one of the first LEGO motorcycles. I had about 5 of them, and when I went to go find this one, this was the only one that was still intact, all in one piece. All of them had like broken this part, I had like half a handlebar, but I said, what fun is doing this when I could do that? So with the little motorcycle here, I was inspired by, I believe his name was Alex Wong. He did a Tiny Groove about maybe a month or so ago. Check him out on my pages. He's one of the best LEGO Transformer builders I've ever seen. So his design kind of inspired this. I didn't want to, copy it brick by brick, but just to be able to make a compact motorcycle Transformer, just with the right scale for a minifig. That inspiration came from him, and I thought it would be really cool to do this as like a target master and little companion for Left Lane. But I was trying to find what to name this guy, and I tried to run a survey on Facebook, and Boys with the Most Toys himself suggested that I label these guys as Law and Order. And I thought that was pretty awesome, so for this video, shout out to Boys with the Most Toys, here we have Law and Order. Let's check it out. So here we have Law and Order in their vehicle modes, and they're designed after the Dubai police force. I don't really know if this guy would, match a motorcycle that they would have. It would probably look a bit more sportier, but I think that he, fit the theme of what we were going for. So first we are going to remove, I guess this would be Order. That would be Law and that would be Order. So we're going to remove Order and get to the Lykan Hypercar. Yes. Move this up here for you guys. Alright, so before I get to, I wanted to give you guys a quick look at what Left Lane used to look like, and go check out that video too, so you can see the whole full transformation, so you could understand why he looked like this, and now he's going to look like this. So to get the transformation, just to make sure that you guys can see, he does roll. He does have moving doors, so you guys can see. Doors do open on each side. The first thing we're going to do is take this windshield and lift it up right here under the red. Just pushing that down a little bit. There we go. I'm going to move it up on this bar right here. I'm sure you guys can see that. Like so. Still can't even really tell there's a robot in there yet, which is kind of cool. The next thing that I would like to do is take these back wheels and begin moving them out, like so. That's right. And of course, it wants to try to come apart on me. I don't know why. So we're going to move the second leg out. I'm sure you guys can see that. Like so. I might have to zoom out a little bit so not all up in the camera. The next thing that we're going to do is start transforming this backpack right here by taking these vents, flipping them out, like so. And then we're going to rotate at the little clip right there. (180 degrees). Once we're there, we want to take these vents and rotate those 180 degrees, like so. They're only moving on one stud, so that's really helpful. And then we could lift down or put down this canopy right there to lay flat like that. So then we're going to get back to the legs. You can flip this guy around right here and straighten out his thighs. And these are going to spin around to where the wheels are facing forward, like so. So got that straight. Rotate just like that. This part we can fold up a little bit. Now the next thing we're going to do is lift up this panel right here, like so. Make sure everything's nice and tight. And I'm going to have to lay him down a little bit so I can get to the leg. Because what we're going to do next is start rotating the foot out and rotating this piece back to become the heel spur. Rotate that about 100, well, just 45 degrees that way, and that'll allow us to wiggle this foot out just like that. Now what I also like to do is just maybe rotate this just a little bit more, and maybe we'll leave it. So it's just to have a little more compact, but that's fine. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Just going to lift this piece up. Then we are going to rotate this to the back. It's going to be on stud friction on this little clip joint right there. Like so. Meanwhile, moving this foot out. And just like that. So then we can start posing up the legs. Like so. And then position it to where all the weight is being contributed properly. Boom, there we go. So just like the rest of my leg gimmicks, I'm gonna lift the legs up, lift this piece back, and then pick up the torso, like so. And there we have that so far. Now the next thing we're going to do is start working on the arms. So we're going to pull these out at the shoulders right here, like so. And then we're going to take the upper torso and rotate this. Well, I guess I could bring that down a little bit. Rotate this 180 degrees. And then drop it on the little red gate right there. And then we can straighten everything back up. Kind of see where this is going. Rotate the arms. Like that. And then what we're going to do is split the hood part right here by rotating it. Well, flip it down and then rotate it maybe about 45 degrees, similar to how I had on the original left lane. That way we can make space for the head to come through. And the heel spur came off. Why? Why oh why? There we go. Just give my arm a little break right here. It's kind of tiring a little bit. Now the next thing we're going to do, which I thought was a really cool technique that I have on, specifically on this vehicle, is we're going to take this wheel right here and rotate it on the door hinge, like so. Now when we get it there, we're going to take the wheel and rotate it on the other end, folding it in on itself, like that. That is so dope. If I could incorporate this on all my new car transformers, I definitely will. And then we rotate and fold it up to the shoulder right there. Tell me that isn't cool. As it falls apart. Wow, what is going on here? This guy was perfectly sturdy all day long, and then now it wants to act up. But what would a video be without things falling apart? So the next thing we do is take it by the elbow, rotate 180 degrees, like so. Drop it down a little bit, which now I'm beginning to see a little bit that this panel right here, this 1x3, is blocking this from being a 90-degree bend. But it's not bad. It's not horrible. Just straighten them out a little bit because we are almost done. So then we're going to get to the hand transformation, which is similar to some of my older vehicles where it's moving on stud friction. Got the little hand reveal right there. And then we take this side panel right here and rotate that up about 45 degrees. Boom, done. Simple. Way simpler than my version 2 Optimus Prime. But speaking of, I have to like really try to get version 3 done. I'm kind of inspired lately. It's about time I get a third one done. I rotate up the wrist, and Law, aka left lane, is done. So you can see how it cleans up a little bit in the back. I also made a little adjustment right here where the wheels are on these T-joints, which are slightly posable. Adjustable. But since I've had them and since I completed the build, I didn't really have a need to adjust them. But you know, it was just a extra option there, just in case. So I like to. A lot of the times, like my Transformers will have options that I might not show that will just give it a little more flexibility to where they could either extend or things could shift around, and you know, just to. I don't know, I like added features and stuff. It's kind of like third-party-ish a little bit to me. Oh no, oh no. This thing trying to come off here. I'm just trying to adjust it down a little bit. We'll take that to the side a little bit more, just to get it a little cleaner looking. And there we go. So, and give him a nice little spin. A little bit. Adjust the camera up. So you guys could see all those details right here. I think I did a pretty good job with this. Let me know what you guys think. Now, of course, for articulation, we have, starting with the feet, we do have foot pivot. We have ankle tilt right there, or heel tilt. He does bend over 90 degrees at the knee, mostly for transformation. What is these? The mixel at the hip, so you could get a full range of motion right there. It's kind of like universal ball joint. We do have extra tilt at the waist right here. Let me just move his arms out the way a little bit. So he does have like a bit of an ab crunch right there. Tilt side to side. With the shoulders, everything is pretty much on mixels, elbows. The wrists do spin around. Even the head, which is a Travis brick, is also on a mixel. But you guys a little close in to see that. These little mixel pins you can find with a lot of the Nexonite sets. So if you're looking, I think it's the green guy, I think his name is Aaron. He has about maybe 3 of those in green. So that's only for $10. That's going to be the best brick for the buck right there to get your hands on some of those mixel pins. So setting Law to the side. Now we're going to get to order. Yes. But first we're going to get Mr. Everything is Awesome out of here. The best way to get the minifig out of this is just to pretty much lift up the back. And then we could kind of pull his hands out of there. And hopefully without everything falling apart on this one as well. Looks pretty stoked about hanging out in order. So, nice little motorcycle design. Make sure it's not blurry or anything. Also utilizing some of those mixel pins, like just from that Aaron set that I suggested. Some of the design cues were taken from Alex Wong's Groove build on mock pages, such as like the little the axle for the front wheel. His wheels are a little chunkier than mine, and I had a different gimmick for the back wheel. But to start with the transformation, before that, you guys could see that it does roll fairly easy. Got some storage for the weapons right here on the side, which he'll be able to hold in robot mode. We'll set those to the side. And to start transformation, we're going to flip out the legs right here. Now the reason why I have these huge exhaust pipes right there is because I also wanted this to be kind of like a target master. So these are going to be the barrels, obviously in weapon mode. But I haven't quite figured out how to get a character to hold them yet, so we'll figure that out at some point. The next thing we're going to do right here is pull these arms out right here, like so. Do the same thing on the other side. Pull the arm out. Now, what I'm going to do for this part, let me get these arms a little straightened out a little bit more. We're going to take the legs and rotate them at the hips 180 degrees. Just flip them right around. Alright, nice and straight. And then we're going to turn at the waist 180 degrees. Like so. Just because I wanted the wheel to kind of stick out, on the outside rather than being on the inside of the thigh. The next thing we're going to do is the head transformation. So we're going to wiggle this out. Let me see if you guys can see that. Wiggle this out ever so slightly. And set that up like that. Then we can move. We're going to rotate the front wheel right here at that point right there, so that we can make clearance for the head. Without it falling apart, of course. So we take it and rotate it in a little robot arm joint. You can take this wheel back down, rotate it back, rotate the other. I'll bring the other side of the axle down and plug it back in, like so. And we are done for order. Adjust the arms any way you like. Straighten out his leg a little bit so he's standing a little more evenly, not all crooked. There you go. Let me move Law out the way so I can get him nice and center stage there. Pull these weapons so we can get a nice little final spin for order. And zoom in on him. I thought this came out really cool, like just a little last minute build. And I am now out of frame with this guy, which is not good at all, so there we go. Just a little bit. Zoom out just a smidgen. There we go. There we go, that looks a lot better. And half his body's gone again. I don't know what to do. But I think it came out pretty good. My idea, because he kind of has like two different modes on outside, like just with robot mode itself. What I'll probably end up doing, zoom out a little bit. What I'll probably end up doing for just to do maybe the protector bots. I don't know if I'm going to do all of them on this scale, or if I'm just going to leave them like on this size. Kind of like similar to what I did with the Power Glide not too long ago. But you know, my design with the wheel as the chest and the windshield as, you know, behind the head, we could actually get them to look a little bit more like Groove or Wreck-Gar, simply by taking his head, rotating it 180 degrees, and you can lay it on that wheel right there. Well, what we're going to do is lift it up first. Lift up the axle right here. I'm going to rotate it. Well, let's push down these, we're supposed to put down the little handlebar too, once it's in robot mode, like that. Gonna push these lights back so we can rotate on that stud right there, like so. Then we could take the waist and bring it up like that. Bring the wheels back, bring the head up, which gives it a little more flexibility, and then we can rotate the arms down again. And here he is more in an actual groove type of configuration with the front wheel facing the back, which is pretty cool. But as you can see, as far as articulation, his head is on a robot arm, so it can look left and right, look down, look up. Shoulders, once again, are on mixels, so full range of motion there. A little creative trick I did with the elbows, just to have like a little, you know, to condense the arm a little bit more. I put it on like a little robot claw, and then have a little robot arm for the hand itself, with full articulation for the wrist. Could rotate 360. What else we got? We got a bit of an ab crunch right here for the waist, for the legs. Also on my, you know, the regular mixel pins that I use for the waist. The knees, 180 degree bend right there, and no real, you know, toe tilt or anything to speak of. So I thought this came out pretty cool. Now, the idea to get this guy in like target master mode, just going to kind of freestyle this if I could remember. But let's see, how did I have this? I definitely do believe he was in the other mode. So if I have that up there, rotate this around, bring the waist back up. It's almost like transforming him back into vehicle mode a little bit as far as his legs are concerned. So that the wheel's not really sticking out in gun mode, because that would probably look a little silly. Get the waist lined up correctly. Now what I have here are little plates that fly out to the side, swing like little hinges. From there, you'll be able to just simply rotate the barrels out. So they don't even have to extend but so much. Just make sure that they're on there. Rotate the barrels, bring them back in. And there you have half of it right there. And I wanted to hold the arms in like such on both sides so they're not necessarily showing the police sign. Make sure that everything stays together also. And this would be able to flip in, take the arm, flip it out like that. And the gun would look something like this. Now the connector piece that I did have for this, just for the sake of trying to make it into a weapon, was just a little 1x2 plate with the C-clips right there. Try to get focused on that with a T-joint. But I couldn't make it make sense in vehicle mode, but it'll basically go behind the windshield like this. But then maybe point forward as a gun or something in vehicle mode, but I don't know, I might do a version 2 of this and just to see how it comes out. But that's what it will look like in like the target master mode. Just get that to stay there. I would probably turn his head, that way we could get the wheel back a little further. Let's bring back Law and see if he can actually hold it. I try to design, because I know his forearms are a little chunky. Let's see if his shoulders would support it. See how we got that there. No, he's actually really heavy. So, for that matter, I'll probably have him hold it to the side, maybe like a rifle or something. If I could get it to do that. No, it's too chunky for his arms. Well, his arms are too chunky for the gun. But that's what it will look like in Target Master mode. I'm gonna probably work on a workaround for that. But that is pretty much it. So let me get a order back in robot mode real quick. Here we have him in robot mode. I'll leave him standing next to Law right there. I think they look really cool together. For a size comparison, here he is. Oh, jeez. Here they are next to me, Brix. So, order's about maybe 2 minifigs tall. Pretty cool. Oh, for another size comparison, we do have one of our aerial bots, Air Raid, still hanging around the studio. Yeah, move these guys off to the side a little bit. Superion is coming, yes. just that up a little bit. There you go. So they're about the same size. Law does use like an adaptation to my Universal Transformer frame. So get these guys centered again. Do a nice little final spin for them. We have Law and Order. Always falling down. We gotta lean this guy up a little bit, just so the weight distribution isn't so horrible. There we go. Looks good. Cool. Definitely check out my pictures that I post on Facebook. These guys are going to be up on my pages pretty soon. Instagram, because I mean I usually post everything up there prior to doing the video just to see what people think about it. And yeah, we have Law. So once again, this is Brix, and I want to thank you guys for the 100th time watching these videos. There's going to be a lot of great things to come. I plan on expanding on the Brix Media Studios YouTube. I know I've been kind of slacking on that. I've been kind of slacking on this channel also. There was like almost a whole month where I didn't post anything just because of everything kind of going on outside of this. But yeah, I'm going to try to be a little more consistent for you guys. Bring you cool, awesome builds like this. We got the Lykan Hypercar Transformer. Who does that? This is the only place you're going to catch that. All right. So I hope this inspires you guys to to build awesome Transformers. I want to see them. Send me pictures, tag me in things so I can see what type of progress you're making. And I will see you guys soon. Peace.